So welcome to Finding Buyers on the Internet. My name is Mark Whitehorn. I'm with DPI Websites. My company has been creating websites for realtors for about 20 years now, almost 21. Oh my God, time flies.
Excuse me, Mark.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to know when before the meeting gets started, is this I know it's being recorded, but would I be able to access this later on the YouTube of Miami Realtors website?
Yes, they have it there. Yes.
Okay, just want to know because I have a meeting at 9:30. Thank you.
No worries. So anyways, my name is Mark Whitehorn. I'm with DPI Websites. My company's been creating websites for realtors for about 20 years now. I've also been teaching classes at the Miami Association of Realtors for about 25 years, long time. So this is a class on getting buyers, finding buyers. There's a lot of business out there. I know business is slower, but there's still a lot of business out there. And basically, you have to go chase it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you some different techniques of what to do to go out and find business. Before we start, I have to read you this statement, the Miami Association of Realtors antitrust policy. The Miami Association of Realtors adheres to a strict policy of compliance with both federal and state antitrust laws. As such, any discussion or activities with potential antitrust implications, including but not limited to commission, price fixing, market allocation, customer allocation, bid rigging, or boycotts, are strictly prohibited. Miami Realtors strongly endorses a competitive marketplace, ensuring that competitors have the freedom to engage in business without artificial restrictions on competition. All right. So what we're going to discuss today is we're going to talk about where the buyer's coming from and what are they buying. Then we're going to talk about what is the IDX that has to do with the MLS, internet marketing strategy. We're going to talk about pre-construction, Facebook, Google, advertising to foreigners, free places to advertise, marketing budgets, and your website is a presentation tool. If you have any questions, please ask. I like questions and I get really nervous when no one asks questions, so please ask questions. And also, if you give me your email address in the chat box, I will email you today's presentation. The recording is either at the Miami Board's website or it's on my YouTube channel. I'll give you that later. And also, I'll send you the slides if you give me your email address. All right, let us begin. So my first question is, what does this number represent? 100,000. And the answer is, it is the number of realtors in Southeast Florida, Dade, Broward, Palm Beach County. There's 100,000 realtors in Southeast Florida. And the question becomes, what are you doing to get business? You've got to go out there and shake the trees. You got to spend half an hour a day looking for new clients. If not, basically you're invisible. All right, so that's the bad news. The good news is NAR states that 85% of all realtors sell one or less house a year. That's the good news? Yeah, there's a lot of part-time realtors out there. You give your business card to someone, they go, no, I'm a realtor. No, my sister's a realtor. No, my abuela is a realtor, okay? So 100,000, take away 85%. Let's say about 15, 16,000 realtors are working this full time. A little better. All right, this is from the Florida Realtors. This is their profile of home buyers and sellers. If you look at the third bullet, you'll see that 66% of buyers only interview one real estate agent. If you look at the first bullet, 74% of sellers only contact one real estate agent. You've got to be that first realtor in the door. If you're not that first realtor in the door, your chances of getting that business are slim and none. What's the first step to being that first realtor in the door? It's easy. Answer your phone. Huh? Yeah, 52% of all realtors wait up to 54 hours, 2 weeks to return a phone call. Answer your phone. You get a lead, you've got 15 minutes to reply to that lead. That's it. Answer your phone. But I don't know the number. It might be a solicitation. Then just hang up on them. All right, home sales statistics. So if you take my classes, you know that I'm into numbers. In Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County in 2024, we sold 70,157 houses and condos. It's down 8% from the previous year. The last 2 years are down about 20-25%. The reason for that is because of mortgage rates and also insurance costs. But it might be down, but we still sold 70,157,000 units. So what does that mean? It means you have to work harder. That's it. You just have to work a little harder to get your share of the business. Condos represented 51% of the sales. Homes represented 49% of the sales. Usually we sell more homes than condos, but there's a shortage of homes. Cash sales for homes were at 32% and cash sales for condos were at 53%. Where are the buyers coming from? 84% of all residential sales begin on the internet. This is where the whole process starts. Here's a lovely couple of millennials or Gen Zs. They're renting in like Brickell or something, and they decided to get married and they want to have kids and they want to buy a house. And what's the first website they go to? Zillow. And what's the worst website they can go to? Zillow. Zillow is horrible. About a third of the listings in Zillow are no longer available. And you have to get your clients out of Zillow. And I'll show you how to do that in this class. All right, this is a report that comes out once a year. It's published on Florida Realtor's website. It comes out around the end of November, early December. This is the profile of international buyers in Florida. So you want to read this report. It's a 30-minute read. It's a real fast read, but I'll go over a few of the highlights of it. First of all, the Canadians are back. We love Canadians. They're polite, they're friendly, they say please and thank you. They're back. And they were away for COVID and now they're buying again. The number of sales has dropped for international buyers. I asked them, the people who had Florida realtors, why, and they said that's because of domestic competition, where you also have people from other states moving to Florida. And so they're competing with the international buyers. But we still sold $7.1 billion of real estate to international buyers. Where are they buying? Southeast Florida is the number one area, 49%. We were at 51%, but we lost a couple of points to Orlando. A lot of people like to buy in Orlando because,
You're muted, Mark.
I'm muted. No, I'm not. Can everyone else hear me? Whoever said that, try logging out and logging back in. All right. All right, so Miami, Southeast Florida represents 49% of the sales. Who's buying here? So here are the countries that are buying here. It's the same countries all the time. They just change orders. This year, Argentina is number one. The previous year was Colombia. Okay. So it just changes orders, but it's the same countries all the time. And then this is where they're buying, or the Argentines are buying in Southeast Florida. The Brazilians are split between here and Orlando. The Canadians are split between here and the west coast of Florida. You can go to the west coast in Florida and you can buy a house for like $300,000. The Colombians are here, the Venezuelans are in Doral and Weston, and then the Brits are all over the place. And where are these clients coming from? 68% of the sales are from existing clients or referrals. You do a deal, everyone's got aunts, uncle, cousin, brother, sister, and they all want to live in the same building or same subdivision or whatever. 32% are from new clients. And these are the hardest clients to get, the 32%. You're going to spend time and money getting the 32%, because if you don't get the 32%, you're not getting the 68%. And that's what I'm going to teach you in this class, is how to go after the 32%. Any questions on this report? And please make sure I have your email address in the chat box, and I will email you today's presentation. All right, and then rentals. 80% of all transactions are rentals. Rentals are fast money. I teach a class on it. It's called Let's Do Rentals. Just check the calendar for when I'm teaching it. So here are my guidelines for doing rentals. Number one, concentrate on rentals between $2,000 and $4,000 a month. That's the sweet spot, $2,000 to $4,000 a month. Don't do the $1,000 rentals. It's not worth your time and money. And then the high-end rentals, like $10,000 or more a month, that's a really small market. Number two, pre-qualify these people. When you get them on the phone, talk to them in a nice, friendly manner. Oh, hi, yeah, sure, you want to rent a condo? No problem. You know, all these buildings require that you put down first, last, and security. Are you okay with that? Great. Now they're going to require certain paperwork from you. Do you have a job? Great. Can you send me your last 2 pay stubs? Now, you're not allowed to ask them if they have children, equal housing laws, but you can ask how many people are going to live there. You can ask them if they need to be near a school or work. You have to ask them if they have any pets. And if you think you can make money off them, if you like them, then what you're going to do is you're going to take them around once and show them 6 properties. They have like an hour or 2 of your time. That's it. And I will show you how to find renters later in the class. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is what is the IDX that has to do with the MLS. The IDX is called the Internet Data Exchange. What it is, it's a system that allows you to import the MLS into your website. So all the listings show up with the address, the pictures, the description, but it leaves out the listing agent's name and number. So if they want more information, they have to contact you. So for example, here is one of the websites that we did. This is Maria's website. And this website has like 50,000 listings, and it updates automatically every day. So if you click on for sale, you'll see these are the neighborhoods that she works in. If you click on one of the neighborhoods, you'll see all the listings. And if you click on one of the listings, you'll see all the information, but it leaves out the listing agent's name and number. So if they want more information, they have to contact you. So this is like your own personal MLS. You want your clients searching here for real estate and not on places like Zillow or Realtor.com or Homes.com. Any questions on this? All right, there's a little legal thing I need to go over. It's called the OK to advertise rule. There's some confusion here. So let me explain this. Here is this listing on Maria's website broadening through the IDX. Does she need permission from the listing agent to have this on her website? And the answer is no. The IDX is allowed. But let's say Maria wants to take this listing and put it on Facebook Marketplace. Now she needs permission. So let me explain this. 3 ways to get permission. Number 1, there's a field in the MLS that says OK to advertise. If it says yes, you're good to go. You can copy the pictures and start promoting it. Number 2, if that field in the MLS is blank, you can text the listing agent and ask them for permission. Hi, my name is Mark, realtor in South Florida. I would like permission to advertise your listing, MLS number A123456. If they say yes, you're good to go. Don't delete the text. It's now a legal document. I never gave you permission. Screenshot. Here you go. The third way to get permission is to talk to your broker. Ask your broker if you can advertise the company's listings. And most brokers say yes. They don't care. They just want you to bring them contracts. So by default, talk to your broker and ask them for permission to advertise the company's listings. And then you should be taking one or two of those listings a day and marketing it, promoting it as if it was your own. Any questions on the IDX or the okay to advertise rules?
This IDX website that you are displaying, that's something that you do, that you sell this to agents, or is this free?
Yeah, we set that up. I get to tell you a little about ourselves at the end of the class. They don't like me selling during the class, you know?
Okay. Well, Mark, let me ask you one more question. Is it a monthly fee or one-time fee? And I'll leave it at that.
It's a monthly fee.
And Mark, this is B. Just to clarify on this okay to advertise. It is okay to advertise on your website, so pulling in listings from the MLS without having to ask for permission. But if you go to the Facebook Marketplace, you just got to make sure that you have permission to advertise. Is that correct?
Correct, 100%.
Can you explain the difference, the why? Like, why is it okay to pull it into your personal website, but not advertise on Facebook Marketplace?
Sure. So what happens with the IDX is it's directly linked to the MLS. So if something changes in the MLS, like the price or the pictures, or if it's no longer active, it adjusts automatically on the website. So that's why they allow the IDX. If you put a listing on Facebook Marketplace, you have to manually go in there and change it.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, thank you for the questions. I like questions. Yes.
Mark, when I ask to okay for advertising marketplace, yeah, for one property, they say yes. Always I put the credit for the brokerage, no? But
All right.
Sometimes they ask the agent wants to put his or her name too. Is mandatory?
So, okay. So the second part of your question, putting the agent's name, it's not mandatory. You don't have to do that. Now, in the MLS, sometimes it says okay to advertise with attribution. What that means is at the bottom of the description, you have to write listing courtesy of, and then the name of the brokerage, Coldwell Banker, Keller Williams, but you're not required to put the name of the listing agent there.
Yes, it's that because I always put the brokerage name, of course, no, but no the agent name. But sometimes they said yes, but credit me the. But I can publicity it, no, but
No.
just with a brokerage name.
Correct. All right. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Pre-construction. So pre-construction is really good. Typically, they pay between 5 and 8% commission to realtors. And about 99% of pre-construction is sold to foreigners or people from the Northeast. Hardly any locals are buying pre-construction. So here are my guidelines for selling pre-construction. Number one is what language do you speak? That's going to determine who you could market to. So if you speak Spanish, you have most of South America. Unless you speak Portuguese, then you have Brazil. If you speak Russian, you have the Russians, French, the French. What happens if you only speak English? Well, it's easy. You have people from the Northeast, you have Canadians, and then you have Europeans, because most Europeans with money speak English. So you know what language you speak, you know who you can market to. The next thing is what neighborhoods are these people moving to? What am I talking about? The Venezuelans, they buy in Doral and Weston. The Russians, Sunny Isles Beach, the Canadians, Hollywood, Hallandale. Where's all this written down? It's not written down. It's all word of mouth. So you know what language you speak, you know who you can market to, you know what neighborhoods they're moving to. The next thing is you need to go visit these new construction projects. You need to go to the sales office. You cannot sell something you never visited. Go there, identify yourself as a realtor, and ask them about the place. They'll tell you everything about the place. You'll walk out with this huge brochure. And the one question you have to ask them is, what are the rules on registering clients? What are the rules on registering clients? You have to register your client properly. Don't pick up the phone and say, hey, Jose and Maria coming over, they're my client. Pff, gone. You'll lose them. The next thing is don't send your clients to the website of the developer, because on there's the phone number to the sales office. So you need to develop a website with all the information and floor plans for these buildings. For example, here's one of our clients. This is Tatiana. And this website has all the new development projects. And if you click on one of the projects, you'll see all the information and all the floor plans, and it's all unbranded. So if they want more information, they have to contact you. So don't send your clients to the website of the developer. Then you're going to send emails to everyone you know with links to your website. You're going to advertise on Google in these countries, and then you're going to follow up on leads for 6 months. Any questions on new construction? All right, email addresses. Email addresses are like cell phone numbers. Choose one email address and never change it. I don't care if it's Gmail, Hotmail, AOL, I don't care what it is, never change it. And don't use the email address your broker gives you. Because if you switch brokers, you lose it all. And then you need to check your junk folder. I do it hourly. I'm neurotic. I check my junk folder all day long because you're going to get leads and they're going to go to your junk folder. I was on the phone with one client. I said, I just sent you an email. She goes, I don't see it. I said, check your junk folder. And there was a 2-week-old email from someone looking to buy a $500,000 house, and she missed it. You need to check your junk folder constantly. When I send someone an email, I text them telling them I sent them an email. All right, recently Gmail and Yahoo changed their policy on what goes into your junk folder. So you need to start sharing your contact information from your phone with other people. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your phone, open your contact information, make sure your email address is in there. And then when you talk to someone, share your contact information through your phone. Once again, make sure your contact information is set up properly, and then you're going to share your contact information from your phone. This way, there's a good chance that your email will not end up in the spam folder. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is Facebook. I am a big fan of Facebook. A lot of people say to me, no, not Facebook, Instagram. And I go, yeah, you have to do both. I teach a class on this. It's called the 15-minute social media workout. But if you look here, these are the platforms owned by Meta. Facebook has 2.3 billion monthly active users. Instagram is less than half. If you look at the world's most used social platforms, Facebook is number 1, YouTube is number 2, Instagram is number 5, TikTok is number 7, for as long as it's still around. And then if you look at it by age, 18 to 24, YouTube's number 1, Facebook is number 2, Instagram is number 5. 25 to 34, Facebook's number 1, Instagram is number 4. 35 to 54, Facebook's number 1, Instagram goes down to number 7, and 55 plus, it's all Facebook. So yeah, you have to do both, but Facebook is where you're going to do the majority of your business. So the first thing you need to do is you need to have a Facebook business page. The way you set that up is you're going to go to your personal Facebook page. You're going to click on Pages. And then you're going to click on Create New Profile. And then you're going to set up a public page. Now, when you click on this, you're going to come to this page. It looks like a lot, but it really isn't. It's really simple to set up. The first thing is you need to name your page. You're going to put in your name and then the words real estate. Because don't put in the name of your brokerage because it's really hard to change your name. Category is real estate agent. The description is a few sentences about yourself. This is a scenery photo, or we put a screenshot of our client's website. And this is a personal picture. So one more time, go to your personal page, click on Pages, create new profile or page, public page, and then fill this out. Any questions on that?
What did you say the page name should be? That the up at the top where it says page information, page name?
Your name and then the words real estate.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, posting on Facebook. The trick to posting on Facebook is you always want to have a link going back to your website. All right, you can post listings from the IDX on Facebook. This is a loophole to the okay to advertise rule. You can post new construction with the link to your website, blog articles, and then something called boosting, which costs money, but it's really cheap. So let's talk about placing listings from the IDX on Facebook. So here is a typical post on Facebook. At first blush, this looks okay, but this is wrong. This is not what you should be doing. First of all, if you manually post a listing like this on Facebook, you have to get written permission from the listing agent. Then when I click on the picture enlarges, I go, that's nice, and then I X out of it and I'm gone. And did I call that realtor? No. What you want to do is every time you post on Facebook, you need to have a link going back to your website. So for example, here, when I click on this picture, it will take me out of Facebook and it will take me to that listing in that person's website. Let me show you how to do it. It's 3 clicks. Step 1, you go to your website with the IDX. You find a listing. You copy the URL. Step 2, you go to Facebook, you write a post. Paste the URL. Copy and paste. The picture will automatically load. And boom, there it is. So now when I click on this picture, it takes me out of Facebook and takes me to that listing in that website. One more time, you go to your website with the IDX, you find a listing, you copy the URL, you go to Facebook, you write a post, write a few words, paste the URL, and boom, there it is. Any questions on this?
By doing it that way, you don't need permission as long as it says, okay. As long as it says okay to advertise though, right?
No, this is this is an extension of the IDX. So it has nothing to do with okay to advertise. As long as you're doing it as a link from your website, you're okay.
You got it. So this has to be posted on your IDX before you copy the URL to post on your Facebook page. Thank you, Mark.
You got it. LinkedIn works the same way, by the way. LinkedIn allows links. And we like LinkedIn because LinkedIn is full of people with jobs and money, okay? So you could do the same thing on LinkedIn. The problem with Instagram is a regular post on Instagram doesn't allow links. Landing pages, same deal. You want to have landing pages on your website. Like here's one, it's time to move to Florida. And once again, you copy the URL and you paste it into a post. Copy and paste. New construction, same thing. You want that on your website, copy the URL and paste. Any questions on that? And please remember to give me your email address in the chat box. I will email you today's presentation. All right, boosting. So boosting is advertising on Facebook, but it's really cheap. And what it does is it allows you to get people you don't know. So what we're going after is, in this case, it's this page that says it's time to move to Florida, and we want to promote this to people in the Northeast where it's like 20 degrees out and snowing. And, so we want people who have gone to Zillow, Realtor.com, Homes.com. And then when they go to Facebook, they're going to start seeing ads for realtors. And you want to be one of those realtors. So what you do is, once again, you copy the URL from your website, you paste it into a post in your business page. You're going to see this boost post. And here are the settings. First, turn on the special ad category and select housing. If you don't turn that on, they will reject your boost. Then you scroll down and you click on Edit Audience. So we want, in this case, we want people from the Northeast who have been online shopping for real estate. So first of all, don't change the age. If you change the age, you're discriminating. They will reject your boost. Then what you do is you come to the map and you put in where in the world you want them from. So here I typed in New York, New York. You can choose the New York MSA, metropolitan area, or here I did a 50-mile radius around Manhattan. You can also do other areas. You can do Argentina, Colombia, Montreal, anywhere around the world. Don't put too many areas in here because then if you do, you're diluting yourself. Once you're done with the map, you scroll down and you put in your keywords. And your keywords you see on the bottom, real estate, Zillow, and Realtor.com. Real estate, Zillow, and Realtor.com. And then you save the audience and you boost this, let's say, for 2 weeks for $100. So one more time, you copy something from your website, you post it on your Facebook business page, you click on Boost Post, turn on the special ad category, select housing, click on Edit Audience, put in where in the world you want these people from, and then put in your keywords, real estate, Zillow, Realtor.com, and then you save the audience and you boost for 2 weeks for like $100. Questions? I got Graziella has posted a question. If you don't have pre-construction on your website, can you advertise unbranded materials on Facebook? But how do you send them to your page? Yes, you can, Graciela, you can advertise it. What you need to do is you need to save those pictures to your desktop, to your computer. And then when you do the post, there's a place to upload photos. But it's not going to link back to your website. The trick to posting in Facebook or LinkedIn is you want it to link back to your website because that drives traffic to your website. If you just do a regular post, the amount of response you're going to get is a lot less than if you link it to your website. Okay?
So I'm sorry. So how do you put pre-construction on your website?
Sure. My company does that. I'll explain that to you in a few minutes when we're done with the class.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Fatima, where else is a good place to market yourself and advertise besides Facebook? Fatima, good question, and I'm going to keep you in suspense because we're going to go over that. All right, Fatima? I'm going to keep you here. All right, sharing on Facebook. So the challenge with Facebook is all your friends are in your personal page. So you have to post on your business page because that's the Facebook rules. So what you do is you post on your business page and then you share to your personal page. The way you do that is you click on the little triangle arrow and then you change your identity from your personal identity from your business identity, your personal identity. And then you click on share and you share to your news feed. So one more time, you post on your business page, click on the little triangle arrow, change your identity from business to personal, and then click on share and share to your news feed. So now people will see it, and when they like it, they're actually liking your business page. All right, search engines. So we have Google is number one. All right, Google rules the world, okay? They have like 90% market share. So here's how it works. I go here and I type in Hollywood homes for sale. I get a search result of 13 million. So down here is the free part. It's called organic. And here we have number one is Zillow. Number two is Realtor.com, Homes.com, Keller Williams, Coldwell Banker. They're all showing up in the page one. Your chances of showing up on page one is forget about it. So these are paid ads. It's called pay per click. The way it works is when someone clicks on your ad, it takes them out of Google and takes them to your website. And then you pay Google like $1, $1.50 a click. Here's Google in Venezuela, google.co.ve. Every country has their own address. AR is Argentina, CA is Canada, MX is Mexico, and it works the same way. So if you want to set this up, you're going to go to adwords.google.com. adwords.google.com. And then what you're going to do is you're going to call them. And you're going to give them a budget, how much you want to spend. And you're going to tell them where you want your ads to show up. I want it locally. I want New Yorkers. I want Colombians. I want Canadians. You tell them where you want your ad to show up. And that'll run you, let's say, about $500 a month. Any questions on Google?
Is that when you have a Google page, or it's just to boost your website?
It's just to boost your website.
Okay.
It's advertising to try and get people to click on your website. All right. Free places to advertise. Okay. Fatima, we're starting to get to answer your question. All right. The first thing you need to do is you need to Google yourself. Go to google.com and type in your name and then the words realtor or real estate and see what comes up, because your clients are doing it. A lot of these millennials and Gen Zs, they do it in front of your face. They sit there and they do this, okay? And what you need to do is you need to show up properly. You know, start deleting things that you don't use. You know, the board sends you a link, oh, new free service or whatever, and you go, great. You go, you click on the link, you put in your name, your phone number, your email address, and then you say, you know, I'll come back here later and finish, and you never do. You forgot about it, but Google didn't. Start deleting these things. All right, next, people you know. All right, everyone, take out your phones, except for the people watching this on their phones. Don't touch their phones, but everyone else, take out your phone and open the contacts on your phone. Scroll all the way down to the bottom and look at how many contacts you have on your phone. Some people have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 contacts on their phone. This is called low-hanging fruit. All right, start working these people. NAR states that 15% of these people are going to move in the next year. Start working them. How many of them know you're a realtor? How many of them have your website address? How many of them are friends of yours on social media? Start working this group of people. All right, next.
Mark?
Yes.
What app do you recommend to clean up your contact information? Do you have any?
I don't have an app that does it. How many people do you have on your phone?
I see some contacts are repeated for some reason. They got,
Don't worry about it.
doubled.
Don't worry about it. All right. Next, Google Maps. Here's a website I want you to go to, google.com/places for business. And I want you to register. This is free. You put in your name, your phone number, your email address, your website address. But you have to put your broker's physical address. You're not allowed to put in your home address. Google.com/places for business. All right, next, Facebook Marketplace. This takes a little effort, but it works. I have a lot of my former students coming back to me saying that this saved their life. This really works. This takes about 15 minutes a day of your time. So what you can do is you can post other people's listings on Facebook Marketplace. But here, the okay to advertise rule comes into play. You need to have permission from someone else to advertise the listing here. That's why I'm saying you need to talk to your broker and get permission to advertise the company's listings, and then you put 1 or 2 of them a day here. So what you do is you go to your personal Facebook page. This has to be done on your personal page. It's a Facebook rule or Meta rule. I don't know why. You click on the little store, or you click on Marketplace. Then you click on Create Listing. And then Home for Sale or Rent. And then what you do is you put 1 or 2 listings a day here. A few things. First of all, make sure you own one of these. This is called a mouse. Okay. $10, Amazon.com. You can't do this with your fingers and your trackpad. You'll give up in 3 seconds. Then what you do is you come here and you put 1 or 2 listings a day. You open 2 tabs, one on your web browser, 1 tabs to the MLS, the other is to Facebook Marketplace, and you bounce back and forth between the 2. Go to the MLS, copy the pictures, put it on Facebook Marketplace. Copy the description, put it on Facebook Marketplace. 1 or 2 listings a day. One of my students came back to me. She said, Mark, this was amazing. Thank you. It was so good. I hired my cousin in Argentina to do 50 listings a day. Excuse me. Well, Meta cut her off. They considered her a spammer. 1 or 2 a day. Any questions on this? So here's the deal. You're going to do this and your phone is going to ring. And you have to be careful how you say no. The rule in sales is 1 in 10. For every 10 phone calls you get, 1 is going to be good. That is just the nature of sales, 1 in 10. It's like everyone who in the mall who walks into Macy's, they don't buy. It's 1 in 10. But you have to talk to each and every one of them in a nice, friendly way. Oh, wow, you sure you want to rent a condo? No problem. Let me ask you some questions about yourself. And then talk to them. Find out information about them. If they seem legit, great, go to work. If you don't like them, if you don't think you can make money off them, be careful how you say no. Oh, wow, you've got a credit score of 400? No, I can't help you. You just violated the equal housing laws. Oh, you've got 5 kids? No, I can't help you. You just violated equal housing laws. Be careful how you say no. Oh, you've got a credit score of 400? I'm going to have to do some work, some research on this. Let me do some research and call you back. And then don't call them back. Just be very careful how you say no. Any questions on Facebook Marketplace? All right. Paid advertising sites. All right, now you're talking. So these are the top websites that consumers go to. Number 1 is Zillow. Number 2 is Realtor.com. Number 3 is Trulia. Who owns Trulia? Trulia. Zillow. All right. Homes.com comes in number 5. Okay. So Zillow's number 1. Gabriella, the recording of this class is on the Miami Board's website or on my YouTube channel. And if you give me your email address, I will email you today's presentation. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to Zillow. I want you to sign in and register as a realtor.
Hey, Mark, how do you make changes to Zillow? Because it's been so difficult to make any changes, and I can't get anyone to contact me back. Because I have a profile on there, but it's not the correct profile, and I want to update everything, but it won't allow me to.
There's no edit button?
No, I mean, if there was, I wish I could find one, and I've gone through hoops and hurdles to try to find how I could change my picture. And I don't know, is there also a way I could bring my Google reviews over to Zillow as well, or no?
To bring your what over to Zillow?
All my 5-star Google reviews on my Google business page?
I don't know if they connect to Google, but what I would recommend you do is call someone in the sales department. They're going to try and sell you, and you're going to say, well, I can't do anything until you fix my profile.
Yeah. Do you have a number for them? Because I tried and they don't. It's just been difficult. I'm sorry. It's just frustrated with Zillow.
Yeah, sorry.
Ahmad, you
Yes.
can go to the picture, click on the picture, and then you'll see account settings, and then you have some profile and questions there that you can.
No, and I appreciate it. Thank you. I've tried that. I'll try it again. I'm going to sign it right now. Go ahead, Mark. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So yeah, I want you to register on Zillow as a realtor. Because maybe if you have a listing, you might get a lead, maybe. No guarantees. But what's going to happen is the minute you register, there's going to be a phone call from Zillow. They're going to call you. And they're going to say, oh, I'll get you on the zip code for like $200 a month. And the question you have to ask them is, what percentage of the zip code am I getting? All right, you need to get at least 25% of a zip code. If you're not getting at least 25% of a zip code, don't waste your money. And that's going to cost between $1,000 and $2,000 a month. Realtor.com, same thing. Register on there. And this way, if you have a listing, maybe you'll get a lead, but don't guarantee, but make sure you register on there. Homes.com, the way they work is when you have a listing, you can pay them to promote your listing, and then all the leads for that listing go straight to you. Fatima's asked me, is percentage of zip code the same as share of voice? On Zillow, yes. All right, I'm just going down the list. Jameslist.com. This is a website where rich people go to buy $50,000 wristwatches or $100,000 motorcycles or properties valued over $1 million. So if you have a listing over $1 million, you might want to call them and consider advertising on it. The Herald or the Sun Sentinel has a real estate section. Just call them, find out what it costs. So here's a budget. Typically, it'll run you about, you need a website, first of all. That runs about 70 a month. I'll explain that in a minute. And then you're going to choose one of the following. You are going to do a Facebook posting or Facebook Marketplace that's free. That's just going to cost you a little bit of your time every day. Or you can boost on Facebook. That's like $200-300 a month. Google advertising like $500 a month. And Zillow or Realtor.com, it'll go up from there. Any questions? All right. The last thing we're going to talk about is following up. This is where 75% of all salespeople fail. They don't know how to follow up. So, for example, you get a lead, you reply to that lead, and they don't reply back. Is that a good lead or a bad lead? And the answer is you don't know. The answer is it could take up to 6 months before that client's ready to do business with you. And what you need to do is you need to stay in touch with that client for 6 months. So you get a lead, immediately call them. You have 15 minutes to call them, and then set up a saved search either on your website or on the MLS. So they're getting emails from you on a regular basis with new listings. Email them on a regular basis with community information, and then call or text them once a month. Follow up, follow up, follow up. Any questions? All right, we're at the end of the class. I get a minute to tell you what my company does. My company is DPI Websites. We do websites for realtors. So, for example, this is Guadalupe's site, and this website's linked to the MLS. So it has like 50,000 listings on it, and it updates automatically every day. So here are the neighborhoods that she works in. And if you click on one of the neighborhoods, you'll see all the listings. And if you click on one of the listings, you'll see all the information, but it leaves out the listing agent's name and number. So if they want more information, they have to contact you. So this is like your own personal MLS. You want clients searching here for real estate, not in places like Zillow or Realtor.com. We also have a built-in CRM, client management system, with a lot of automated functions. So you got a lot of, so you have your own personal CRM. You don't have to use the one your broker gives you some privacy. We also have all the developments with the information and the floor plans. We also have the older buildings with the information and the floor plans. We also have landing pages. We also automatically blog for you and automatically post in Facebook and LinkedIn for you. And then we automatically send out a weekly e-newsletter to all your clients. So once again, it's like your own personal MLS. The cost for this is $69 a month. There's no setup fees, no yearly contract. And that includes the IDX, the CRM, the developments, the floor plans, the landing pages, the blogging, the social media postings, the auto e-newsletter emails, and then there's no charges for changes. So it's just $69 a month. The process is simple. If you want to set up, you just either call me. I ask you some basic questions like your name, and then a couple of days later, you're up and running. Or you can go to my website and see samples, and then there's a sign-up form, and then I end up calling you and asking you questions. On my website is also a link to my YouTube channel, which has dozens of training videos. And also there's a page called Classes, which has my upcoming classes. Any questions?
I have a question, Mark.
Tell me.
Is there a way where if you're licensed in another state, where on your website you can have 2 different MLS categories?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a lot of clients, like, for example, they'll do Florida and Georgia. And yeah, and it's seamless.
Okay, that's good to know.
How about if you want to do Miami, Bravo, West Palm Beach, and also Naples and Cape Coral?
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, we do that. Like I have a lot of clients who do Miami and then Orlando, So yeah, absolutely. And then you'll have all the developments in all those areas.
All right.
Another question too regarding the multiple licensees. This is in reference to Zillow. Is there a way on Zillow where you can have one Zillow, but it shows your sales in both states?